Hi, this is Dr. Hara, and I'm going to finish up the syllabus here with the practicum. And simply put, a practicum is about developing something to teach to someone. And the someone can be patient or peers. This is a developmental research project, and you can develop something as elaborate as a class or as simple as a 1-hour presentation. What you're being graded on is the development of the final presentation and not on the presentation itself. So usually there's only one research question, and that is what should be included in the presentation to the target audience. Since the research is developmental, you need to include some references about adult education and how the method you have chosen to present the material to the target audience is valid. Every item that you include in your presentation needs to be justified in the review of literature. So think about that so that your project and your review of literature do not run away with you. You will need to have your review of literature needs to be around 20 pages. So think about that also, that there's enough material for you to come up with about 20 pages. You also need to have a formative committee and a summative committee. Each committee will have 3 members at a minimum. You can have more, and they cannot serve on both committees. So you need at least 6 people to serve on your committees. You might want to start checking with people early to see if they can help you when you start thinking of your idea. The committee members don't really need to meet any specific qualifications or be approved by anyone. They just need to have expertise in the subject matter, and they need to be able to help you. The formative committee performs functions such as critiquing the content of your paper, the layout of the class or the presentation. They comment on the educational level of the material and the flow, so forth. The summative committee will serve as technical advisors and comment on the accuracy of your contents and serve as a spell check, so to speak, for you, and they validate and approve the final version for you. You do not need to meet with your committee members in person, and there's no minimal number of meetings that are required. Most of your contact can be accomplished by phone and email. Be sure to see the practicum folder on the website for an outline of the practicum proposal. I'm not always told about the changes in the requirements for the class, so it's just a guideline. And that's why it's kind of a rough draft before you get started, so that you can make the refinements in the first week of class and then get going. Remember that this is developmental research. Anything that requires IRB approval is discouraged, especially because now there's the PhD track. And remember that chart reviews and surveys, any kind of instruments, require IRB approval, so those are discouraged. The benefit of this class for you is that I offer you my expertise in having been through the process of writing both of these papers and my proofreading skills. And I'm happy to read anything you have written and make corrections and suggestions, but only after you have proofread the paper yourself and you have run the spell check and the grammar check. I find that a lot of errors are just careless, and you can catch those yourself. But also remember that once you sign up for the internship or the practicum, whatever the instructor says, go. She is right and I am wrong if there's any question about anything, so that there's not any confusion. The instructors of record are the ones that you need to please and not me. So I just want to welcome you once again to the prep class, and I look forward to working with you until you graduate.